Okay, let's look at Module 7 in the textbook. In Module 6, we learned how to construct the 4 qualities of triad: major, minor, diminished, and augmented, and the 3 types of 7th chord. 7th, fully diminished, and half diminished. In this module, we will continue to work with these types of chords, but explore inversions. Keeping the notes the same, but putting a different note than the root in the lowest position. That's how you change the inversions. That's how you explore inversions. An inversion occurs when a note other than the root of the chord is the lowest note. For triads, there are 2 inversions: the first inversion and the second inversion. These are different than root position, where the root of the chord is the lowest note in the chord. First inversion, second inversion. So that's root position. First inversion. Also first inversion. Second inversion. Third on the top. Now, in this module, they talk about how to write these chords in different ways. So I'm going to leave it up to you to choose your own system of how you notate the chord, because what I care about is, can you hear it and name it? So that's what our tests are going to be about. And it's whether you hear the big space here is a 4th and then the 3rd on the top. For me, it's where do you hear the biggest space? And then you think about which inversion that is. This has the 5th on the top. That means it's the second inversion. All right. So he's talking about Jason. He's talking about how to notate chords using figured bass, and I'm not going to worry about that. So just how we have the different qualities of the chords in root position, can you hear those qualities when the chords are spelled in a different order? That's basically what inversions are about. Now let's see. All right. There comes a point where he talks about, here we go, closed chords and open chords. So closed chords are simply the notes are all within an octave of each other. They're close together. Maybe think closed chords. They're close together. And open chords, they're spaced out. So there's lots of open space between the notes. So this one, these are all closed because they're within an octave of each other. So let's listen to these and think about the inversions. So here's the first one. What position is that in? Root position. Next measure. notes in root position, which note is on the bottom? The G is on the bottom, so that makes it the second inversion. Going on to this one. What position is that? Root position. Here, the third is on the bottom. That makes it first inversion. Now this is a tricky one. It's a chord with no fifth. That's allowed. The fifth is implied. You can't leave the third out. That's the rule. You can't have a triad without a third. So this would be root position. And the last one, the E is on the bottom. So that's the third. That makes it first inversion. Okay. Now here are some open chords. So what matters is which note is on the bottom. That's what inversion it is. If the root's on the bottom, it's in root position. If the third's on the bottom, it's in first inversion. And if the fifth is on the bottom, it's in second inversion. So let's look at these. The first one is my favorite. Root position. Next one. Root position. Next. Keep it on going. I'm the third measure from the end now. Root position. The next one. All right. The third is on the bottom, so that makes it first inversion. And the last one. Oops, sorry. There it is. Root position. Okay. So, here in the order of the notes and what's on the bottom is one part of it. The other part is here in the quality of it. So hopefully you've gotten most of the work done from last module. Because the quality will sound the same, it'll just be jumbled up. All right, so here's the seventh chords in their root position. Seven. Seven half diminished. And seven fully diminished. C7. Fully diminished is a stack of minor thirds. Every one is a minor third. That's how I remember that one. Half diminished, the last one is raised. The seventh chord, just the regular seventh chord, is like how it would naturally occur in the scale, but you flat the seventh. That's a you do figured bass for the 7th chords. That's up to you. Now here is how Jason suggests you practice singing the chord. And I think that's a good idea. You can do it the way he has it outlined for you, or you can sing it however you want. You can sing note names. You can sing scale degrees. Just be sure you know what interval you're singing and how to spell the different inversions. Different qualities. How to spell them in root position, and then how to spell them in their inversions. So, let's sing the first 2 of these. And then I'm going to turn you on your own. Okay. So major triad. Hear these notes? These are your notes you're going to use. Here we go. Ready, go. Major 3rd, perfect 5th, minor 3rd, perfect 5th, major 3rd. All right. If that's not the best key for you, do it in a different key. Let's do the minor triad. Singing number 2. Here we go. Minor 3rd, perfect 5th, major 3rd, perfect 5th, minor 3rd. Oh, let's keep going because this is fun. Diminished triad. So here's the notes you'll need. I'm going to stay in F because I like F. There you go. Minor 3rd, diminished 5th, minor 3rd, diminished 5th, minor 3rd. Okay. Number 4, so we'll have a major chord and raise our 5th. Major 3rd. That's hard to get after we did all those minors. Let's do it again. Major 3rd, augmented 5th, major 3rd, augmented 5th, major 3rd. Okay, then can you do it in your head and put the 3rd on the bottom, singing these? So one more. Ready, go. Major, minor 3rd, perfect 4th, minor 6th, perfect 4th, minor 3rd, minor 6th. Okay, so get with your instrument and go through these pages. I think that'll help you. And then he's going to take you through the 7th chord voicings. All right? So you put the 3rd on the bottom. the 5th on the bottom. And you can put the 7th on the bottom. So this could feel really intimidating, but I think if you can hear a chord and find all the notes, maybe have pencil and paper and write it down, and then just figure out which one's on the bottom, and then you'll know which inversion it's in. Can you hear the quality? It's the same quality. All right, the 7th chords will be the hardest. And I think the more you solidify last week's lesson, hearing the quality, the easier it'll be for you to make that leap to the inversions.